Hello all. Before we begin the video, let's discuss CloudFoundation. CloudFoundation is the premier online training platform to help individuals and organizations gain knowledge and skills in the ever-growing cloud computing industry.
I am going into the reporting pool. So I am going into the report center. Okay, let me see the response. I believe it is visible, right? Yes, it is visible. Okay. So fine. Let me go into click on new and click on the table. Okay, then click on select. And how would you like your data to be structured? So I am taking as a single domain. So if you want single domain, cross-domain, multi-domain, I think you have already explained this part, right? No, can you just say? Yeah, so single domain is taken. When you want to only take the employee data from a particular domain or a particular portland, you can say, suppose you are only considering something from a performance management or from a calibration or from a job information or from employment details, then you will be going with single domain. Cross-domain is something like you are going with the job information, but you also want job information of this year also and the previous year, suppose 2023, also 2022. So that is something like a cross-domain. Multi-domain is something like you want to have the data from the job information as well as from the compensation, a combination of job information, compensation. Then you would be going with a multi-domain. Okay. So how much? It depends upon the scenario from the customer. What is the requirement which is coming from the customer side? Okay, but otherwise, when you are creating a report, 90% will be going with a single domain. In a rate. Okay, that is sufficient, and this we are doing it in which report? Table report, which is also called as adopt report. Okay. Now, after this, what you would like to start with? So I'm taking something here. So let's take a scenario where I am taking. I want to take the data of employees who have been newly joined and who have left the company. That is the number of hire and exit employees. So let's take I'm taking something the domain from personal employment info and that we click on select. Okay, then you can see these tabs. General info, people column configuration filter. How many tabs are there? 5 tabs. Right. So first we will filter first tab, that is general info. So let's take here. I will specify the report name. Okay. I'm taking this and testing it here. You can see the most styling and check this. OK. And then go to another tab, that is People. And you click on the People tab, Define Criteria. Under Define Criteria, we need to select as Other filter. How we have done, and we want inactive employees also. So we need to click on Inactive Employees. OK. After this, we will click on OK. OK. Then we want to add. So once the data will be coming, we need to add the column. We need to have the columns in the sheet also. Select the columns. OK. So what all things we require? Employee ID. What all things? OK. First name. Last name. Then what all things we require? Hire date. Yes. Hire date. Good. So hire date. We need to check here how we can find the hire date. Hire date. Employment hire date. It tells hire date. Termination date is also there. What all things we can take? Employee class. We can take employee class also. Right. Employee class. Employee type. Status also. We need to take right. Let me type status. My field status is responding. Employee status. Employee status is responding. Then let's take legal entity or the company name. Anything is coming. Legal entity. Company, legal entity name right. I can take. Then we have business unit, right. Business unit. Business unit. Business unit name right. This I can take. Then I can take the division. Division also, let me take. Division. Then I can take. Department. Right. Division department. Country region. Let me check if I have the country region or something. Country region right. It is here. Okay. So these are something which I can take and I will click on done. So you can see here. We have selected 13 columns, but it is in. We need to reorganize it. We need to check how it should be so. Rearranging the columns, you can click on here. Username. Then username, if I want to have after the user. Before the username, I want to have the hire date and termination date. Then I can drag and drop it here. OK. So that the column will start always with hire date, termination date, user ID, first name, last name, employee class, employee type, employee status also. Let's take it first.
And finally, do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel.